Hello and welcome back to more Vintage Cube Draft. We've trophied two in a row again. We've been trophying so much lately, probably due to Hogak, but off to a really great start with the Strip Mine. Probably one of my highest win rate cards overall. Otherwise, I think Prismatic Vista is a pretty good first pick. GTA I don't think is a first pick card. It's a card you take when you're in the archetype already. But I'm gonna take Strip Mine here. It's fantastic. Ooh, okay. Wasteland, pretty good companion for strip mine. There's six, which also can help us find the strip mine. Sarah Paragon's good with both. I'm just gonna take Wasteland. This package is so fantastic. It just lets us be aggressive, and then like it's such a good start for a trophy. If we get like a Mox Pearl in mono white, that's great. I think the best archetype for this is probably like a green Hogak. I know I say that a lot, but Strip Mine Wasteland with Ice Till, Satyr Wayfinder, like all this redundancy to help you hit your mana denial package is incredibly powerful. There's a Renin 6. This does lock me fairly heavily into two colors. It doesn't lock, I don't have to play this, but it does like it does do the thing. It is good with these cards. I will take it because I think it's a very good combo with these. I don't think Strip Mine locking your opponent is a good thing to make your whole game plan because this is Vintage Cube. You could literally on turn 3 you could be dead by the time you assemble this. So it's not good to put all of your eggs into that basket. However, it is good just to have his like incidental synergy, which is why I like Renin 6 a lot more than Crucible of Worlds. I think if you're playing to win, I'm never putting Crucible of Worlds in a deck, even with Strip Mine and Wasteland, because these are just good cards. Like, you see them played in Legacy and in Vintage, just because sometimes you can mana screw your opponents. That's the main appeal. Dismember versus Pest Infestation is very interesting. Pest Infestation with Strip Mine Wasteland is kind of gas. Dismember is just one of the best removal spells in the cube. Pretty good with Strip Mine Wasteland as well. We're going to have some amount of colorless mana. Uh, this card is very good, but I think I'm going to take Dismember. Again, we are playing to win here, so I think Pest Infestation is a fun pick. Okay, this pack is bad. Don't like any of these cards. Carnage Interpreter is good. Springheart and Tuco does have some amount of potential with lands themes. If you get like fetches and stuff, which we're going to want to take anyway with Renin 6. And there's a newly like developed whatever sacrifice theme, which fits well with this. Carnage Interpreter is just good. This card you're just going to play and it's going to take over a game. It is 3 mana though. And then Phoenix Fleet Airship is more funny, but I don't think we're going that route. I think I'm going to take the Nantuko. It has the most overall potential here. Inquisition's good. Orcish Lumberjack does fit well in this type of deck. Wistfulness, Exile Artifact Enchantment or Draw. I don't want to be in blue, although blue does look very open right now. Kind of sad about that. Inquisition going this late is also somewhat of a sign. I think Inquisition's gonna overall lead to more better decks. This card's fine. This card could give us outs to like a discard theme like Bazaar. I wish Life from the Loam was in the cube. Can you imagine Life from the Loam, Bazaar of Baghdad, currency converted in this deck? I could also take Terra Sunder if I just want to cut green hard, but I think Inquisition going this late is somewhat of a sign. So we're gonna somewhat lean in that direction, maybe. Okay, Savai Trial. Liliana the Veil is really hard to cast. Sylvan Caryatid's kind of bad. I'm gonna take the Bayou. And we're just kind of staying open and seeing what the draft provides. Chandra, it's not that big of a signal, to be honest. I could take Troll of Khazad-dûm. Black, like, Inquisition going 7th pick is definitely some type of signal. Jadar's interesting, but I think I'm going to take the Troll and keep staying open here. Gao going that late is interesting. Pretty good with Renin 6. I could also take Blazemire Verge or Metamorphose, but I'll speculate on a Gao. It's got some synergies with what I'm doing. There's a Blood Crypt, Black Red. This, you get 3/1/1 Devils, and then if a source does non-combat damage, it does 2 more. That's actually kind of sick, but I'm going to take the fixing here. It makes fetches better. This deck generally will want to be looking for fetches. Stitcher Supplier versus a Rootwalla. Unlikely we're going to end up in discard given where we've started. But Stitcher Supplier could do something, so I'm going to take that one. It could mill into Strip Mine for Wrenn and 6, that kind of thing. Like Razorverge Thicket, probably not going to play it. Can they just, like, remove these cards? I'll take a Fire Blast. It's pretty unlikely to get there. I guess I'll take Leovold. I don't know. I'm almost never playing Fire Blast, and there could be a world where I play Leovold. Lumberjack, Wistfulness. Exile target artifact or enchantment, 5 mana. I guess Lumberjack's more likely to get there. Opening pack is kind of weird. We'll see. We get a Mox Ruby. That helps tremendously. We get Once Upon a Time as well. We're going to take the Mox. Hope to wheel this. Sad to see Dark Confidant go, but I will take Mox Ruby here. That helps a lot. Green did not feel open in any way, really, in that draft, so kind of regretting the Springheart Nantuko pick, but we'll see what this can bring us. We get Orcish Bowmasters. That's a fantastic card. It even got better with the Sacrifice theme, but I will take that. So we're just seeing what's open. You know, this Bayou and Blood Crypt help us splash a Wrenn and 6. I don't know about this Lumberjack. We got it pretty late. Definitely not playing Doomsday here. Okay. Fire Covenant is exceptional, and our deck is currently a little bit short on removal, so I like this a lot. Chain Lightning's good. Robber's fine. Bitter Blossom's okay. At this point, I've just stopped playing Night's Whisper for the like. It's just not that good. I think I'm gonna take Fire Covenant with Bowmasters. Yeah, these are the cards that win games sometimes. Meathook Massacre, Deathgreeter's Champion, Mayhem Devil, Strip Mine Wasteland. We're gonna want fetches. I'm gonna take that. It seems pretty good. Stop going over here. Elvish Mystic, Commercial District, Ophiomancer, Knight of the Reliquary. I could Demonic Tutor. With Fire Covenant, Demonic Tutor does get much higher value. Same with Strip. Like, if we're ahead, we can tutor for Strip Mine. If we're behind, we can tutor for Fire Covenant. I normally don't like this card, but I think this might be the day for it. Just because we have so many different directions we can go. Hymn to Torok, Nethergoyf, Breach, Oliphant. Nethergoyf seems good. Hymn to Torok's really bad when your game plan is to mana screw your opponent because they're gonna have cards in hand they can't do anything with. So discard doesn't it doesn't get you anywhere. Whereas a turn 1, 3/4, this is the kind of card that wins you games. So I'm gonna take this. I wish I could put this in my deck, but there's almost no chance. We're gonna take this, probably wheel an Oliphant and probably put that in my deck. Discharge, Gravecrawler. I wish I could play Parallax Wave. Discharge seems great. I technically do have a zombie and Mayhem Devil, so we could end up Gravecrawling as well. It's not good in the main deck. There was Carrion Feeder in the pack as well. I'll take this. Speculate into an archetype, see if that pays off. Sentinel's really exceptional. Cut Down also, we just passed cheap removal, so we could take Cut Down to cover that, but I think Sentinel is good enough that we're going to want to splash it. I already have like 2 free... Wait. Yeah, Troll can get green. I already have 2 free green sources. I think this is going to be better than a Cut Down. Sentinel goes here. Once Upon a Time wheeled. Okay, excellent. Love that. Squee... Dark Confidant wheeled 2, though. I do have a Mox for turn 1 Dark Confidant, but Once Upon a Time makes our opening hands a lot better. Makes it more likely we can find turn 1 Strip Mines. I'm not sure about this one. Oh, I want Dark Confidant so badly. But I think this... Man, this sucks. Dark Confidant with Strip Mine also is quite powerful. I'm going to take this. I don't know. There's a lot of cards that give you incremental value in the cube. There's only one Once Upon a Time, but Dark Confidant would be so perfect in this deck. It's a really tough choice. We can take Carrion Feeder. I can also take Bloodbraid Challenger or a Tarfire. I took Gravecrawler to keep myself open to the Sacrifice theme. Challenger is also quite good. I'll take Carrion Feeder. If this archetype ends up being open, I'll be happy I took this. Robber the Rich, also just aggressive. If I get enough green, Ouroboros is quite good with all the sort of tokens things I have going on, but I think Robber just fits well with everything I got going on. We'll take a Nissa, but probably not play her. Force of Vigor's okay, I guess. We get a Tarmogoyf. Someone passed Pest Infestation, but we get Force of Vigor with Strip Mine Wasteland is not bad. Especially when we're being pushed this hard into green. Ursuline Monstrosity. I like that. Multiversal Passage helps. I haven't seen a single fetch as far as I can tell. I'm basically taking fetch over everything else. Ursuline Monstrosity, Multiversal Passage. Yeah, good question. I think I'm gonna take the Monstrosity. Snuff Out's excellent. Where are my fetch lands, dude? Please, I just need like one. Forsaken Miner with Mayhem Devil does give you a machine gun. That's probably gonna wheel, I think. Able to Mirror Breaker is an excellent 3. Good with Mayhem Devil and all that. Snuff Out gives us removal that I probably need. It is more life pay, which is not necessarily ideal. We could take Mana Vault, but honestly, we don't have that much. I don't know if I'm playing these two. Like, we'll probably side into green, but we just have some green 3-drops right now. I really don't want to take Forsaken Miner here. I have Dismember. I don't think I can take Snuff Out with Dismember. I'm going to take this and wheel the Miner, probably. I'm just not huge on Mana Vaults right now. Is that wrong? I don't think so. Oh, Mana Tithe. Okay, Deathrite Shaman, excellent. Marionette Apprentice, also excellent. Dragon's Rage Channeler, I don't think I have enough non-creature spells, but I think I'm going to take Shaman and try and wheel the Marionette Apprentice here. Although, I still have no fetch lands. That could be somewhat of an issue. But if you go turn 1 strip, then you have 2 targets for Deathrite Shaman. You can feel pretty safe about it. Bristlebane Battler. Whenever another creature enters, Trample Ward 2. So it's a 1/1 that gets huge. That's kind of sick. Wastewood Verge, Satyr Wayfinder. A Hogak would go pretty hard. I know they say that all the time. I think I'm going to take this one, though, because we do need some amount of fixing. Am I just going to see no fetch lands this whole draft? Because that would be wild. I could take Rumble. I could take Phyrexian Tower. But I think Rumble is quite perfect with... at least put stuff in the graveyard for Wrenn and 6 with no fetches. We'll see what we can get. Oh, okay. Wow. No! Literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards I would take and play. Oh. Wow. Wow. These are all so good. Ice Tail being double green is fairly challenging, but it does... I mean, that gives us a pretty reliable way just to kill our opponents. Alright, I'm gonna take it. It hurts so bad. That pack was incredible. And then we get garbage. Oh, that's so fun. Man, that was rough. I could take Greater Gargadon, technically like a combo with Mayhem Devil. Legion Extruder doesn't really do much. Pilgrim can make us cast 3-drops sooner. I'm not playing any of these, to be honest. Okay, Angie's Ravager, Depmir's Garden gives us green-red fixing. Lutri? I'm very, very unlikely to ever Lutri, but I'm very unlikely to Jetmir's Garden. I guess I can cycle it. Alright, I'll take the fixing. Even if I don't play it, I'm pretty likely to want it. Blackleaf Cliffs, very helpful fixing. Mind Collapse would also be nice, but I'll take the Cliffs. We wheel Urza's Bauble, but there's also Forsaken Miner. So Bauble's just good with Mayhem Devil and Nethergoyf. Forsaken Miner is good with... You need a lot of things to go right for Forsaken Miner to work. I think I'm just going to take this Bauble. We get Dragon's Rage Channeler. We also get Chromatic Star. I don't have too many spells. I'll take Chromatic Star if I want to like boost Mayhem Devil. Satyr Wayfinder can help us find Strip Mine. Bristlebane Battler can just get huge if you get a lot of tokens. And then this can kill artifacts, enchantments, which is good with this game plan. I'm going to take the Wayfinder, I guess. I don't have Hogak. Oh, we wield a Moonshadow. Let's go. Okay. Okay, that pack was insane. This draft was overall unfortunate, but I think we have some amount of stuff going for us. Let's put these over here. 24 playables plus troll. That's 23. We might be slightly short on playables, right? These are, I guess I'll count this as a spell, but this is a land. This would be 17 lands with Strip Mine and Wasteland included. This is not a land. Okay, so I do get a cut because I think we have some amount of mana requirements. It could be Demonic Tutor. But I guess at this point we're fairly all in on Strip Mine combo, so maybe it's not that. I definitely gonna sideboard in Force of Vigor rather frequently if they have a lot of artifacts and enchantments. With Demonic Tutor, I could main deck it too. Fire Covenant, Force of Vigor gives us so much power. Probably not doing this. I think Mayhem Devil we're just gonna play with Strip Mine Wasteland. No fetch lands is insane, but I think we can make this work. So we cut these two. We run a Tarmogoyf, we run Force of Vigor, and we run White of the Reliquary. 13 creatures. White can grab Strip Mine. It is a sack outlet as well. Or I can just play Chromatic Star. I think I'm just going to play Chromatic Star. I don't have that many things that I can actually sacrifice to white that I would want to. All my creatures are like really good. So we're going to run it like this. We'll see how it goes. I'm not in love with the deck, but it's got a lot of elements I would like. A couple fetches would make it go absolutely nuts, but unfortunately, we are not lucky enough for that. So we have Gao, Renin 6, Ice Till, Deathrite, all good combos. Mayhem Devil plus fetches, Strip Mine, Wasteland, Bauble, Chromatic Star. Seems okay. Okay, I think I like this. 2 mountains seems like a lot. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 red sources, 5, 6. Maybe that's fine. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, 7 red sources might be too much. I have 8 black sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green sources. Ice Till's my only double costed card, and I would like to be able to cast it fairly reliably. So we're gonna do that. I could bring in an Avacyn's Pilgrim as a turn 1 accelerant, because I do have like a good host of good 3s. Once Upon a Time's free. This is free, this is free. Do I cut Robber? Because I could go White of the Reliquary, Springheart, and Nantuko. Maybe let's do this. Because I have a lot of 3s, so I want to go 1-3. This card also seems okay if I can put it on something like an Orcish Bowmasters. It would go kind of nuts. I could also play Orcish Lumberjack with Renin 6 and Ice Till. Maybe that's the play. And then Demonic Tutor to find them. That's the play, because that's a turn 2 Ice Till. That seems really good. And another sack outlet for Mayhem Devil too. And then I cut Chromatic Star. Okay, I'm gonna run it like that. I could run Nissa. Nissa's really good, and I have Fable. Maybe I do run Nissa. She's a great top end. Cut a Swamp. Okay, I'm liking this more. Cut a Swamp, add a Forest. Then this is 16 land effectively. And for now, I'm going to cut Nantuko, because Nissa does a lot more than Nantuko would in this deck anyway. Alright, Seawall, round 1. Alright, we're playing against Chrome 4. Let's go first. Yeah. This seems okay. We're on the play. Turn 1 Gao is not bad. Nissa is backup. So we're going to go Mox. Swamp for Gao. And then I'm probably going to play turn 2 Mayhem Devil. And then we're just going to draw Strip Mine after this. Okay, Delighted Halfling. Wasteland. We're definitely going to attack with Gao. I'm wondering if I Wasteland the Botanical Sanctum. I think I do. It puts us both back 1 turn. I know I have enough lands to do everything I want. We don't know what our opponent has. They could just get mana screwed, and the less they can do with an active Gao, the better it is. Right now, they don't have blue mana. Would we have liked to have Mayhem Devil in play to Wasteland? Yes. But because this has 2 toughness, we're not killing anything. Now they've marked Diamond, so I kind of regret it. But they don't have 4 mana this turn, they only have 3. Here comes Nadu. It's always Nadu, man. Yep. Okay. Some regrets, but we get to play a Sentinel. This thing can attack safely into Nadu, right? Whenever it attacks, yeah. So we'll start there. So I would have had a Mayhem Devil in play, and they would have one more mana. Honestly, I don't know how good Mayhem Devil would have been in this spot. Next turn I can play Jetmir's Garden, set up for Nissa the following turn. Okay, they're going to Metamorph or Dismember Gao, so they fall to 9. Mutable Explorer, so you get a thing. So if I draw an untapped land, I can Mayhem Devil. Nethergoyf's quite good. Let me map token. I don't think I'm going to play a Mayhem Devil. It's just a 3/3 with a Nadu. It is pretty large, but so is Nethergoyf. And the map token's pretty important here. In fact, I could use 2 map tokens. Put Urza's Bauble into my graveyard. Yes. Mayhem Devil is bigger. So now I have a 4/5. They're very unlikely to block here. And I get another map token. Just trying to hit Nissa next turn, if at all possible. Oh, yeah, sorry, they can chump like that. That's fine. Let's map token again. We hit Strip Mine. I don't know if that's... I mean, it could be good. I have Nethergoyf, which is a 3/4. So I can either Strip Mine them, or I can play Nissa next turn, who makes a 3/3. If I Strip Mine them, they only have 1 card in hand. I don't think Strip Mine's as valuable as just getting Nissa down. Or we can go Mayhem Devil, Strip Mine, map token, which would also be quite strong. Okay, they do nothing. This is giving me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. They got a lot of stuff going on. I could play Nissa, but they have 2 mana up. They have 2 blue as well. So I can Strip Mine their blue. I think I want to resolve a Malevolent Rumble. So let's go Strip Mine, play Rumble like this. See what happens there. Put a permanent card into your hand. Icetail Explorer, yes. 5/6. Let me move to combat, because I don't have double green anymore, unfortunately. We swing out. Opponent takes 4. They have Thelia. Okay. We're gonna go. I don't think we're gonna go Mayhem Devil. They have 2 mana left, or 1 card in hand, basically. They did have Counterspell, Miscalc. 1 short. That's fine. I can sack this to get a token on Sentinel. They have no cards in hand. They can kill it anyway with Thelia, so I might as well put this here. And then next turn I have Icetail plus Strip Mine or Nissa, whatever I need. Sick. Okay, control, they showed 1 Mox Diamond. Fairly cheap mana curve, so removal or just like big things is fairly important. Vigilance feels like Vigilance and Knight of the Reliquary could be good. I only have 13 creatures in my deck though, so it's not gonna be like that big, but it does find Strip Mine. Against a 3-color deck, it's probably worth it. So if I bring in both of these, what am I cutting? Force of Vigor didn't seem so important from what I saw. And maybe Nissa is not good against Miscalc. Alright, this seems great. It's very slow, but hopefully Wasteland can do something. Excellent. Okay, they lead on... Okay, they do have a Mox Diamond. Into Delighted Halfling. Alright, unlikely to Wasteland. Let's play our tap land. And I guess just Demonic Tutor for Fire Covenant is like kind of the play. Okay, Landward Elves definitely getting Fire Covenant or a Bowmasters of some kind, probably. Bowmasters not stopping Nadu is annoying. They have like Miscalc up. You can Miscalc a White of the Reliquary. That's fine. Likely Flips. That's a Mayhem Devil. Okay. White of the Reliquary. Do you counter him? Memory Lapse. That's moderately annoying. I don't want to draw that, dude. Lightning Greaves. Okay, I'm definitely bringing in Force of Vigor, given what I've seen here. But I think they don't have Nadu. I can kill Llanowar Elves with Mayhem Devil next turn, so let's get Sentinel in play. Because this at least attacks them, right? Their hand currently doesn't do anything from what I can tell. They draw land. Great. Okay, let's go Wasteland. I could also try and eat the removal on Tarmogoyf White of the Reliquary, or see if they do anything pre-combat. Maybe that's a better play. Yeah, let's see if they do anything pre-combat. Get a second map. They take 3. So I can play Mayhem Devil and a map, or I could just go Tarmogoyf Knight, and then next turn go crazy with Mayhem Devil. I don't think Wasteland does very much. Killing Llanowar Elves is okay, especially with Nadu coming down potentially. If the last card in their hand is Miscalc, I'm also fine with that. Alright, we'll play this guy. Black, red, this. Mayhem Devil. Okay. I will just attack their mana base. That seems good. That seemed good to me. And then we have 2 map tokens. We win the match. See you next round. Hey, and I'm sorry for the interruption, but I just wanted to say this video is sponsored by me. I'm developing a game called Azoth that's on Steam right now. You can go wishlist it. It's a single-player deck-building roguelike card game where you play cards in links to solve puzzles and patterns and defeat bosses. I developed it to get the same type of experience you get when playing it like a Storm deck in Magic, but in a simplified single-player experience that's just really fun and replayable. So if that sounds fun at all to you, we've got a Steam playtest. We just finally finished the demo. We're going to start letting in new players to that soon. So you can go join that, help us make the game better. You can also join the Discord to help give us feedback on the game, any thoughts you liked or didn't like, to make the game as good as possible. Go check all those links out in the description. Otherwise, just enjoy the video. Alright, we're playing Fugerton Jones. That's how I'll pronounce that. Bowmaster's Wasteland, Demonic Tutor. Yeah, it seems good. Tutor in this deck goes hard just because we have Fiery Confluence, so we can basically kill like anything we want. And I'm gonna lead on Jetmir's Garden. I forgot this was in the deck. This card's so crazy. Okay, they have Island. So, what do? We Bowmasters them? This is really good. Okay, I like that. Alright, I will Bowmasters at end of turn, and then untap in Sentinel, probably. Please play Brainstorm. That would be so sick. There's end of turn Brainstorm right into a Bowmasters. Okay, they pass with all their mana up. They could have Flash. Ping you. Still don't know what their deck is. 2 basics tells me nothing either. Let me attack with the Orc Army. If it's Flash, you know, that happens sometimes. It's not Flash. And we get to go Forest, try a Sentinel. Playing Sentinel here is fine because Nis is like weak into removal anyway. Okay, Malcolm, you got it. I'm gonna guess Reanimator now. Take 2. Malcolm will die to the Bowmaster trigger. It's gotta be Reanimator if they're playing Malcolm into Bowmasters. Yeah, okay, we're gonna get Archon. Not the end of the world. Necromancy. I don't think Wasteland does very much here. We're gonna sack the Orc Army. Discard Wasteland. Bowmasters will ping them. Get the Orc Army back. So, do I have anything I could Demonic Tutor for in this spot? I have Dismember if they block. I can also Dismember if they don't block in response to the trigger. Do I die though? Because this is going to be just 3 damage. No, I don't die. So, let's map token Demonic Tutor, Dismember for 2. Take a little bit of damage, it's not that big of a deal. Let's... I mean, if I Demonic Tutor, it's pretty obvious, but that's fine, I think. Demonic Tutor. I think the answer just has to be Dismember. Force of Vigor, I have in my deck. Maybe that's better. Exile Necromancy versus just hoping that they block. I'm going to lose a card in hand anyway. Okay. And I can only do this on my opponent's turn, unfortunately. So, I really, really want them to block. I do that, I'm going to attack here. I think it's a pretty good bluff. I'm going to put the map token on the Orc Army. Gao Feral Youth. I don't want Gao, I don't think. Or, I guess I said no. I didn't want to draw Gao, but that's okay. Let's attack with Sentinel and the Orc. It's just a huge bluff here, but there's no way they block. Oh my god, Dismember would have worked. Dismember would have worked! Bro, there's no way. I just tutored. You can't block here. That block is fair. Dismember also would have worked there. It's okay. We're gauging our opponent now. Put a counter here. Put this into the graveyard. Yes. Upkeep. Force of Vigor. Should have gone for Dismember. I just lose if they counter this. Yeah. I will see what else they're playing. Bitter Triumph that dude. Okay, I'm just gonna concede. Okay, Reanimator. Force of Vigor seems good. I need to be fast. It's a tough matchup for the deck, for sure. But I think overall we're moderately prepared. They didn't see Dismember, so they might not play around it. Okay, this hand looks good. I'm gonna keep this. No turn 1 green. I can turn 1 Demonic Tutor, turn 2 Inquisition Wasteland, or I can turn 1 Jetmir's Garden, turn 2 Ursine Monstrosity. I wish this green was untapped. I think it depends on if my opponent mulligans. If they keep 7, I might just go for this. If they mull to 6 or 5, I'm probably going turn 1 Demonic Tutor or Inquisition. They mull to 6. Yeah, okay. Womp, Mox Ruby, Demonic Tutor. I could also get Deathrite Shaman. That seems maybe even better than Inquisition. Is that my only graveyard hate? Kind of awkward as a turn 1. I could get Renin 6, but that doesn't really work with Strip or Wasteland because they had a lot of basics there. I'm gonna get Inquisition. Deathrite Shaman seems like more susceptible to things they might have. Inquisition seems like it works just around a lot of stuff. Tarmogoyf. Okay, so we're gonna Inquisition them. If they have Spell Pierce, so be it. Of course they do. Of course they do. Okay, play this. Alright, Deathrite Shaman would have worked better against Spell Pierce. We do have a Wasteland, though. They've been to land. So they have other things, maybe. We're going to play around Daze with Wasteland here. Play Wasteland, play around Daze, get the Monstrosity down. Then Wasteland you. Okay. Malevolent Rumble can grab permanence, so that's the play next turn. Okay, Strip Mine's in the graveyard, so... Renin 6 now is a good top deck, I guess. They did have the Brainstorm for the Bowmasters. Okay, that guy is fine. The Meathook Massacre. So they can play that. It's going to take a while before it kills my stuff. Let me go Bayou into Rumble. Sentinel seems like the best one. Attack with the Monstrosity. And I'm thinking I'm going to play the Tarmogoyf because I want to keep the Eldrazi for something to sacrifice if they make a giant creature. Attack for 6. Play this dude. Also, this is just bigger than Sentinel, surprisingly. Okay, opponent is doing nothing. That's fantastic for me. Drawing land is not fantastic for me. Let's go to beginning of combat. I could put a map on the Ursine, but they're so incentivized to kill this thing. Our Covenant maybe would have been good, maybe not. Here comes Malcolm. Is this like Malcolm Chump Block or? Okay. So they can Meathook Massacre for 2. If they have a Ruby, they can Meathook Massacre for 3. Toxic Deluge. Chump Block with Malcolm is very suspicious. What do I do? I really want to get down Sentinel. Toxic Deluge would require them to pay 5 life. They'd go to 4. But I don't think they would have made the play they just made. What did Thundertrap Trainer hit? The Meathook Massacre. They could have Damnation? Okay. I'm going to... What's more likely here, honestly? Toxic Deluge, they would have just played. Damnation, they might be just buying time until they hit a land. So I'm going to hang tight here, not play Sentinel. I feel like I've played into Wrath Effects a lot lately, And like I feel like that play just tells me they have Damnation, they're trying to rip a land. Or Deluge for 5. Look at me go. This is totally Deluge for 5. Oh my god, dude. Every time I try and play around something, it backfires. I would just have lethal right now. That is another reason to block like that, I guess. Ice Till Explorer. I do have Strip Mine though, so seems alright. Strip Mine. Okay, it didn't matter. They had Bazaar of Baghdad? Where did that get revealed from? Oh, their deck. Okay, they're playing. Yeah, just Reanimator. That makes sense. Okay, they have Bazaar of Baghdad in their deck. I don't know if Mayhem Devil is quite what this deck wants right now. Just a turn 2 play is probably better. It's also a green card for Force of Vigor. Springheart Nantuko, again, against a Spell Pierce is better than Nissa. Robber of the Rich does kill them fairly quickly. Is it better than white? Oh, I think the big creatures are pretty useful. Alright, we'll just run it. Bowmasters, Wasteland, Inquisition, yes. Yes, indeed. Okay, that's pretty good. Any red source and we are off to the races. Keep this hand. Okay, Bowmasters will be good if I can get there. I'm gonna play Inquisition here. Unearth, Imperial Seal, Brainstorm. They only have black cards right now. So they could Imperial Seal for anything they want next turn and then Bazaar into it. I'm gonna take, if I take Imperial Seal, they can unearth an Oculus, which is fairly annoying, but they would have to draw it next turn, basically, right? Because I guess they activate Bazaar this turn, untap, activate Bazaar again. So they're going to be quite likely to hit what they want. Can I beat an Oculus? I do have Fire Covenant. I just need to hit a red source for it. So what do I take? I'm not taking Brainstorm. It's Imperial Seal or Unearth. Imperial Seal lets them grab, like, Reanimate based on whatever they find off Bazaar this time. Unearth is only good with Oculus. I'm going to take Unearth. Imperial Seal requires 2 turns of finding something. I don't know. That could easily go so many different ways. They Bazaar. If I was on the play or had a Mox, this is game over. I also could have Wastelanded, but I think Inquisition is more valuable because I want to play the Bowmasters. Okay, they ditched the Imperial Seal in a swamp. And they kept Brainstorm and Metamorphosis Fanatic. Oh, I see what they're going to try and do. They need to Brainstorm right now. They did not Brainstorm right now. Let's go Wasteland. Bobble. I want to bobble you. See if there's more insight there. Sadly, they know about the Bowmasters. Okay, I reveal a swamp. That doesn't really tell me anything. Now opponent's probably thinking, like, what do I do? This is a pretty weird game, because I can Bowmasters. I need to draw a red source, too. I guess that's a reason to play Forest there instead of Wasteland. Because now I'm sort of bluffing Bowmasters. Yeah, they just don't do anything. Okay, I draw a green. Or I draw a Wayfinder. And I have Nethergoyf. Go Forest. Pass. I'm just going to use Wasteland on any other non-basic they find. I've made it pretty clear that I have a Bowmasters, unfortunately. Okay, draw any land. Forest is okay. Play Forest. Play the Wayfinder. Red source. Go ahead. This is the slowest game ever. But eventually I will have the ability to do stuff. Okay. End step, I could Wasteland Bazaar, but I could just untap and draw Bazaar now. Now I have red. So now I can attack for 1. I can Wasteland them plus Ren in 6. I think I will do that. But I guess I'll start by playing Ren in 6 to play around some type of counter magic. Force of Negation, Ren in 6. Okay. That seems okay. Exiled, you have 3 cards in hand. I guess I know what they are. So, okay, now I Bowmasters. Hit you for a bunch of damage. They discard Land Inquisition. So they have Brainstorm, Metamorphosis, Fanatic in hand. And nothing to reanimate. And I still have Fire Covenant at full health, even if they do reanimate something. I think their hand is literally Metamorphosis, Fanatic, Brainstorm, as far as I can tell. So let's move to combat. Go to 11. I can go... Metamorphosis, Fanatic, Brainstorm is all they have, so... I don't think Toxic Deluge would do it. I mean, it would be pretty good, but I still get a Fable. Iron Shield, Elf. Okay, I think you're dead. Okay, sick. We're in the finals. See you there. All right, we're here in the finals playing against Undi. I'm not going to mulligan this hand. We just got to hope they're playing some small creatures. Because boy, is this hand good against those. Reanimator would be annoying. This hand does almost nothing against that. Sacrifice would be fine. I think Bowmasters does well. Also, Mayhem Devil is hilarious if they're playing Sacrifice. Alright, tapped Blood Crypt. Yeah, no fetches to go with Wrenn and 6 Mayhem Devil. It's just so sad. Like, really, really sad. I think this shouldn't be in the main deck, actually. Okay. I like my chances against... What is this going to be? Felia next turn? Wasteland. So I can Wasteland them now. If they untap and play Felia, it's not that bad. I can also play Bowmasters and then Wasteland them later. I think I'm going to Wasteland their white source here. Probably Felia. Not Felia. Okay, that went really well. Next turn I can Wrenn and 6 or Bowmasters, depending. They likely don't have counter magic, and Wasteland is just going to do some crazy stuff. Okay, I'm going to Bowmasters this turn. Because I can't actually play Wasteland anyway. So I don't want them to know Wrenn and 6 is coming with how they sequence next turn. Okay, I don't know what's going on. They almost played something and then didn't. Okay, they're doing nothing. I will Bowmasters you. I think it is better to Wrenn and 6. They had nothing to do last turn. Okay, won that game. They didn't play a single spell. So it's hard to know what their deck does, but I don't think Mayhem Devil is actually good in this deck, so we're gonna cut that. They showed quite a few non-basics, so I'm kind of feeling this. Brinkheart and Antuco plus White of the Reliquary. I don't know on Force of Vigor. Black, white, red. I didn't see any power. I am on the draw, so it could be okay on the draw. Yeah, and we cut Nis on the draw until I see what their deck does. I'm guessing it's unfair, just by the like little snippet I saw. Holy cow, dude. Alright. Turn 1 Gao. Turn 2 Wasteland. Let's go. Or turn 1 Wasteland? Turn 2. Yeah. Play around days here with the Mox. Kill this. Next turn, if I draw a green source, I can Wrenn and 6 Wasteland them. With Gao. Gao, Wrenn and 6, also sick. Okay. Next turn, I think I'm just going to Gao. Green. Nethergoyf. Blackleaf Cliffs. I could also Demonic Tutor for green. Actually, that seems quite good. Demonic Tutor for a forest. Or a Bayou? Yeah. Okay. Next turn I can, unfortunately, not Wrenn and 6 plus all of that, but maybe I am supposed to play Gao first. Okay. They have basic Swamp. Bowmasters is really good. Let's do this. I could just jam Ursine Monstrosity, but I think splitting up my threats probably a little bit better. Let's play a Nethergoyf. And I don't know what their deck does. Gao kills them so fast if I get Wrenn and 6 next turn. They shock in a Godless Shrine. I don't know, maybe the Demonic Tutor wasn't correct that turn. I could have played Gao this turn and next turn Demonic Tutor for Plains or Forest. Just a Skyclave. Well, it's not Skyclaving Wrenn and 6. So, poor opponent doesn't know what's coming. But it's not going to be pretty. concede? Do you concede? Play it. Kill your thing. Attack. Gao gets bigger. I guess I'll hold back Netherglyph to keep Ren 6 alive. Gao becomes a 3/3 and then hits them for 3 next turn. And then next turn they lose a land as well. Okay, pending Ren 6. So they're still in the game, but not by much. Ice Till will be pretty good. Let's go Mountain. Ursuline Monstrosity could let me mill a card for Netherglyph to be even bigger. Just a land. Okay, any green source off the top of my opponent just loses. Nice. That's 3 trophies in a row. 3. With vastly different decks, by the way. The first one was with Storm. Well, go watch them first. The first was with Storm. The second one was with Sacrifice. And this one was with Lands. Let's see if we can get 4 in a row. This deck was incredible. It was missing some things, but I think we drew well enough to make up for it. But just first pick Strip Mine into Wasteland is such a strong opener that it's hard to lose when you have these cards in your deck, to be honest. Thanks for watching. See you next time.